Where the hell's my cup? Got it. Alright, so I don't know why, but I really was inspired to make this shirt here. So if you're a fan of these videos, or even a hater of these videos, if you want to support the channel, either way I'm going to continue to do that. But I mean, if you're a fan of 80s, 90s wrestling and like a certain font that I may or may not be wearing, definitely the shirt for you. Alright, I'm just going to come out in a minute. Last week, after the Ravens had to really come from behind to beat the very pathetic Indianapolis Colts, I said that this is what I said. What I saw today, a team like that will love to come back, but you shouldn't have to come back against the Colts. You shouldn't have to come back against the Lions. This team, I don't think, can beat the Bills or the Chargers in the playoffs on the road. So they need to figure it out. Now, while granted, the Ravens played at home today against the Chargers, they literally just blew the doors off of them. I don't know what it was, but from last week, giving up 400 passing yards to Carson Wentz, to this week, making Herbert look like bad. Like, this was probably Herbert's worst game of the year. And they just, from the jump, were not in this game. Like, this was a blowout of epic proportions. Now, granted, the Los Angeles Chargers side, I don't know what happened, what they put on those gloves of theirs, but I saw more drops in this game than I've seen in my life. I think it was right before half, or maybe the first drive of the third quarter. I saw 3 drops in the matter of like 5 plays. Like, between Jared Cook and Mike Williams, they weren't helping Herbert out. I felt kind of bad for him. But the Ravens absolutely beat the piss out of them. And running the ball, it wasn't just Lamar today. Murray got in on the action. Devontae Freeman got in on the action. Le'Veon Bell had a touchdown. Mark Andrews is still a stud. The Chargers looked like they were potentially the second best team in the AFC coming into today, and just ran into a buzzsaw of the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Chargers are going to be all right. I think they're going to regroup. I still believe Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks. Right now he's playing like a top 5 quarterback. I think he'll get it together. Not their day. Baltimore Ravens, easily the best that they've looked all year, because this was the best opponent that they've played. Yet now they've had stretches, like when they came back against the Chiefs, offense never looked better. Or even last week when they came back against the Colts, it's going to be, Lamar Jackson had the best game that he's going to have this season because he threw for 450. But complete game top to bottom, the best the Ravens have looked, and they played against their toughest opponent. In my opinion, toughest opponent. Obviously, you can argue the Chiefs, but they've been a little shaky through 6 weeks. But they just beat the Chargers down. And, Lamar, again, I said it last week, I still going to need him to slack, because he takes way too many hits, fighting for like 2-3 yards. And the biggest thing, and I got it in plenty of comments last week when I made the video after the Colts game from Ravens fans, they've had injuries, and nothing's going to derail their season and their potential Super Bowl run more or faster than if Lamar Jackson gets hurt. And how would you feel if he was to get hurt on a 4-yard run? Lamar Jackson's electric. You could be electric. You can make a couple guys miss, and then when you got 3 guys waiting to tap you, it's probably time to slide. Lamar needs to start making business decisions. Granted, even if he was to get hurt, he's still going to get paid his money. Like, he's set. He's that damn good. But I would still need to see him get down. This defense, again, 400 yards to Carson Wentz, who at one point in his life was a top 5 quarterback, like 4 or 5 years ago, before he got hurt. But that ain't the Carson Wentz we have now. And then 1 week later, after giving up 402 passing yards to Carson Wentz, you make Justin Herbert look not great. Not great at all. So this defense, I mean, their defensive backs were stuck to Los Angeles Chargers receivers. They were getting pressure on Herbert. I don't know how many sacks they had. I don't have the stats, but this defense looked good. If you're going to tell me that this is the defense that they're going to have, even a defense at 75% of the defense they played today, well, yeah, they're a problem. They are a big time problem in the AFC, and even if their defense isn't, again, I said it last week, and I'll say it in every Ravens video I make from now until the rest of the year. Lamar Jackson is the great equalizer. The Baltimore Ravens, they have a chance to win every game they're in because of number 8. Doesn't matter who they're playing. Doesn't matter. Number 8 gives them a chance to win. But if you're going to tell me that this defense is a defense that's going to show up the rest of the way out, well, they're going to be a problem for every team. Buffalo Bills, Chiefs, Chargers. They already beat the Chiefs and the Chargers. Like, they're going to be a problem, and they're going to have just as good as chances as anyone else to come out of the AFC for the Super Bowl. And honestly, at this point, I think whichever team comes out of the AFC is probably going to be the team to beat. They have to be the Super Bowl favorite. The AFC is just better than the NFC. There's just more good teams in the AFC than the NFC off the top of my head. Like, if you rank the top 5 teams, 3 of them are going to be the Ravens, Chargers, Bills. Even with the Chargers loss, those are going to be 3 of the teams, and then obviously you have the Bucs and where the Packers shake out and the Cowboys, you know. But like, I think the team to beat for the Super Bowl is going to come out of the AFC, and either of these 2 teams have a shot to come out of the AFC. I'm not going to really pile on the Chargers because, you know, they got blown out by a really good Ravens team, and the Ravens been hard on because they've had close games with bad teams. Well, they just blew the doors off of a really, really good team, and that defense showed up to play. Hopefully it's not a fluke, and hopefully this is the defense they have going. They were fired up for whatever reason today, maybe because they know that people are talking about how good the Chargers were, but they were fired up, ready to go. They did their damn thing, and if this Ravens team is a Ravens team we're going to get there for the rest of the year, I don't care how well the Bills are playing, they're going to be a tough team to beat. They are going to be a tough team to beat, and they're probably a safe bet to come out of the AFC, but I need to see it consistently because, again, the defense hasn't been great against good opponents. Again, 402 yards to Carson Wentz last week. But hey, really exciting if you're Ravens fans. Again, Ravens fans, I was wrong, but I did say last week that, you know, they wouldn't have a shot in the playoffs if they were playing on the road, so they played at home today. I think after seeing this, how they played at M&T Bank Stadium, I think that's their stadium name. I could be wrong. Don't vilify me if I was. But I think home field advantage is going to be big for them, so now they're 5-1. Keeping pace with, you know, the Bills, and I don't think there's another 5-1 team in the AFC. So home field advantage is going to be big for them. So they need to keep this rolling. Love to see what I saw from the defense. Excited to see how the Chargers respond next week. Excited to see how the Ravens play in their next game. They could have a bye next week. I don't know. I didn't look at that before I started this video, but I'm rambling now. Great game. Actually, it wasn't a good game to watch, but great performance by the Baltimore Ravens. If you like this video, please click the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought about the game. If you're a Chargers fan, how you feeling? If you're a Ravens fans, if you're one of the Ravens fans that commented on my video last week, you can tell me I'm wrong. Fine, I can handle it. I was. And see you in the next one.